Hello everyone, welcome to this first video, and today we'll be playing OMSI 2, which is of course a bus simulator. I'm sure you know that if you clicked on the video. So today I'll be playing on a map called Winsenburg 2015. This is a newer version of the original Winsenburg map, which is very hard to find, honestly. You can look around the internet, try and find it. I can't even remember where I got this copy. I think I had to go on Web Archive or something. It was really difficult. But anyways, I have the map, and I'm just going to show you one of the routes today. It's the M1, so metrobus 1. I'll just show you what the map is like, and I'll explain how all the routes work and everything as we go along. Metrobus 1, M1, going from Hauptbahnhof, Central Station, all the way to Suedbahnhof, which is South Station. So, right now I'm sitting in this Solaris 18 with the livery metrobus. I'm just currently at the bus depot. It's 6:20 AM, I believe. If you take a look at the clock, which should be somewhere. Probably have to turn on the bus first. Anyway, so E to turn on the electrics. Got to press it a couple times. Every time engaging more electrics. There you go. So there you go. 6:21 is the time, and 0 kilometers per hour. Surprise, surprise. There you go. So, and the engine started. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to quickly set up the route computer, and then I'll drive to the central station. I'll cut that out because it's not very interesting, it's just empty highway basically. And I'll see you as we approach central station after that, and then we'll do the route, heading towards Suedbahnhof, which is route 1. So, first we're just going to program the computer. So, I actually have a little document right here. So normally, in OMSI you always have these affixed to the back of the bus, but for some reason, the back of the cabin, or the front in this case, but they don't always work. I mean, this game is kind of like that. Anyway, so I've got the file, which should have displayed, and it basically tells me what I need to enter. So I want to do Metrobus M1, and I want to go from Hauptbahnhof to Suedbahnhof. So we're going to enter 50128, and then it's route 1, so we're going to enter that. Into the machine here, so we're going to click LSK or RBL, same thing, 501 28 00001. There you go. That's going to come up with the route with the destination 201, which we can double check quickly. 201, which is Suedbahnhof, which is correct, so we press enter. We're going to be starting at Hauptbahnhof, so we click yes, and we can confirm it here once more. Now, once we arrive, we will, well, I probably shouldn't have done that so early, but once we arrive we'll click it again, and that's how we'll say that we're at the first stop. But we'll do that once we arrive at the station, of course, at the Hauptbahnhof. So, now that all of that is engaged, I'm going to go ahead and drive to the depot, from the depot to the central station, and I'll catch you there. Alright, hello again. So I just finished the drive all the way from the depot, and now just arriving at central station. It's just up this ramp here. Oh my gosh. So I did just I selected a schedule. So our scheduled departure time from Hauptbahnhof is sorry about the camera, is 7 AM. So again, for the moment it is a bit early still. It's 6:32 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into one of the stands and wait there. Well, I mean, I'll skip time, but so yeah, when it's 7 I'll start filming again, and we'll set up the bus information system and everything. So I'll see you at 7 AM. Alright, it's 6:54, so, well, 6:55. We're going to head over to the first bus stop of the route, which is Hauptbahnhof, which is just over there. I'm just at one of the stands waiting. I'm not sure what this guy's doing, I might have to go forward. So yeah, one of the things that honestly you'll realize pretty quickly is that it's really a mixed bag, right? So, I'm going to turn on the engine again. So, on one hand you've got a game that has, well, that offers very, well, good simulation in terms that you can click everything, and you know, it's not like, say, Euro Truck Simulator 2, where you have, yes, the cabin's very nice, but you cannot press any buttons, this kind of stuff. So you have this good side of simulation, but then on the other side you have these graphics which are really old and dated and not nice, and AI, which is not great. You'll see the AI screw around quite a lot in during this 20-minute bus ride. And then the physics are pretty derpy as well, so, well, we'll see. For the moment, I'm just going to stop here, which is the bus stop. I know the route by heart, so that makes my life just a bit easier. I'm sorry, I hit my desk by accident there. So, no one's coming, but that's because we have to... There you go. So I'm going to have to sell some tickets, which is going to be interesting, and especially when you're running late, it's always very stressful to sell tickets because you've got to count. Anyways, it looks like no one's buying any tickets for the moment, so that's good. Anyways, this little -3 is telling us how far we're deviating from the schedule. So -3 means that we're 3 minutes early. Oh, see, this person wants something. Yeah, the voices are a bit broken because I was basically trying to install some extra people, but I broke the voices. So here I've got to sell a ticket, so I'm choosing this one. There you go, I can sell it and now I have to get the change. So she gave me 5 and that ticket cost 340, so we're going to give 60 back and then 1. There you go. Not a big deal, just a bit of math. Anyways, everyone's coming on. As you can see, the front bar, it does say metrobus to Suedbahnhof, which is our destination. I'm just going to again quickly bring over the map. So here we're at Hauptbahnhof and we're going to come down and we're going to do this. So there you go. I've just got to wait, well, it's probably going to be, there you go, 2 minutes now. I'm going to leave with 1 minute to spare because you never know what can happen in this game, to be honest. So, let me just take a look. Can I remember how to get to all these stops? I think I can. Okay, well if it goes horribly wrong, I'll just make some cuts, so... Oh yes, of course, you can... Okay, this is something else that's nice, right? Is that you can actually see the bus's schedule on the little signs. Which, I mean, you know, could have been overlooked, but it's been included, which is really nice. So, as you can see, Lina M1 to Suedbahnhof, leaving in 1 minute. And speaking out, 1 minute, so let's go. So, close the doors. You know what would be a good idea? To turn on the lights, because these poor passengers cannot see anything. Let's see if I can remember. There you go. All lights are on now. Let's go. Right, a sec. I've got to figure out how to move. That's just starting well. This is why I wanted a spare minute, you see? Okay, we can close that. Turn that off. Oh yeah, and of course the performance is horrible as well. Yes, essentially whenever OMSI has to load tiles, which is just loading the map, really, performance just goes down the drain. Anyways, let me just try and figure out what's going on. I'm going to try and put it in gear again. Okay, give me a sec. I'm going to fix this, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So, of course, I figured out what the problem was, and well, surprise, surprise, just the steering wheel that... Well, I mean, obviously you have to choose essentially what the input is, and for some reason the steering wheel deselected and went over to keyboard. So, just fix that, and we're not on our way. Anyways, let's go. Okay, this is always a bit messy because there's essentially no space to move around. There's a lot of vehicles around here for some reason. Oh yeah, these are limitations of the OMSI engine, as you can see, right? So you're supposed to have an area that's essentially a bus-only zone, and you have a bunch of private cars, which, oh well. Let's go. Actually, what I should do is turn on the automatic announcements again. There you go. So I don't have to say the German names. That's great. Anyway, so yes, so this journey is about 20 minutes long. So, oh, already a stop request. That, that yellow is the stop request, so. I hope the audio is fine. I've done as much as I can to check that the audio levels are fine. But since this is the first video, it's sometimes a bit difficult to judge the first time around, but yes. So, I'll take the opportunity to talk about what this channel will be about. So, I've always liked simulation games. I always like to try and, you know, play realistically. And sometimes, of course, I want to have some fun, so I stop being realistic, but I'll do my best. So you can expect, well, OMSI is the game I started first, just because I've not played OMSI in a long time, and I actually had channels before, and people really like the OMSI tutorial because it's a really complicated game to deal with. So you see, the back door has opened automatically. Oh, ticket. The back door opened automatically when there was a stop request, which is great. Oh god. What am I doing? Yeah, sorry. Complaining about too many coins. I wasn't thinking, I was speaking there. Anyways. I think the first stop was right. Potsdam, yes. Okay, well, that's a good start. So yes, what was I? Oh yes, so the first game, OMSI, I don't know, I just felt like playing a bit of OMSI, to be honest. Of course, any kind of simulation game, so I have Euroshark, maybe My Summer Car, and then I also play quite a bit of Flight Simulator now, so prepared, as you can see on the, what's the channel art, it's the Dreamliner, it's a Norwegian 787, if you look at the picture on the channel page. So yes, I'll probably do some flights like that, but again, I don't really want to do series, especially at the beginning, right? Because right now I'm just kind of choosing a game, playing, talking a bit, but it's really not going to be like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 of OMSI and then another game. It's really going to be on the moment that I kind of just decide, oh, I'm going to do OMSI, I'm going to do this. And of course, if people tend to prefer a certain game, well, I mean, I'll do more of that, and perhaps I can try and explain it as well, because when you have more complex simulations, well, such as OMSI itself is actually quite a complicated simulation. I'll let the lady speak. When you've got a simulation like OMSI, which is not the easiest to learn, it can be really useful to have a tutorial, just because, oh gosh, see that line is making the whole bus bump. That's the kind of physics we're talking about. Yes, like when you have OMSI, it can be really frustrating to learn because you're expecting something to happen, and then, well, I mean, it just doesn't work, and it can be really frustrating. So sometimes it's good to be able to look at how someone does it and be able to learn the ropes and do it yourself. And of course, for like Flight Simulator, well, I mean, it's quite a complex task of learning. Ooh, another tip, 20 euros, are you serious? Okay, well, let's give back the 5 already, so we need to give back 60, and then we're going to have to give 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I cannot give back cash, I can only give coins, unfortunately. I just shouldn't give big, really big bills. So for the... what was that? Sorry about that. Well, for the moment we're on time, which is actually good. You'll see that it can be pretty hard to stick to these schedules, they can be pretty intense. But for the moment we're on time, which is all good.
Ebenfelder Straße.
So here we're going to take a right turn. Straight ahead there's the zoo. Yeah, this map is quite extensive, and it's... just got that light in time. This map is very extensive, and it's free. So it's a free download, but again, the trouble with this map is finding it. So there you go. But if you can find it, it's free. And it's kind of hard to install. Well, I mean, hard to install. It's not very intuitive. You have to basically fill a bunch of folders, copy over, and I mean, it's not complicated in and of itself, but it's not. You select the menu, you choose the map. It's not very intuitive in that sense. But so yeah, I mean, that's just the kind of. You have some games where. Wait a sec. See, I don't think this is a bus stop that we're going to, is it? Is it? Oh, it is. Okay, very well. We'll be stopping here. Yes, so there are some games where you can spend, honestly, hours trying to figure out what a certain problem is. Where, for example, you might have a certain bus that's crashing in the game, you might be trying to install a certain mod, and it can be really difficult just to get the game to be stable again. But once you manage, it is so satisfying, it's very rewarding. Okay, let's go. And, I mean, this is also true for Flight Simulator, right? So for Prepared, it's quite hands-on. You'll have... I almost hit the pavement now, I was on the curb. So, by what I mean by hands-on is that it's not hard to screw up your game.
Diekenbockstraße.
And by screw up, I mean getting bad performance, everything might look horrible. But when you can get it to look good, it's very satisfying. It just makes you feel happy, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm excited to show you guys what P3D is like. Well, what my P3D is like. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. For the moment, we have to pick up some passengers. So one thing with this map that can be really stressful is notice how all the buses, well, a lot of the bus stops, not all of them, are before traffic lights. So many times where I would stop at a bus stop, the traffic light would be green, and then by the time I would pick up the passengers, it would always go red, so I'd always have to wait. And then well, couple that with the fact that I was late, and well, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. Anyways, so essentially, oh yeah, I was going to explain what the metrobus is and all of this. So, in this map, which is fictional by the way, I do have to say it is a fictional map. You've got regular bus lines,
Niederauer Platz.
which on the bus routes on the map I showed at the beginning are purple with just white numbers. Then you have night routes, so that's the night bus. I mean, pretty common around Europe, for example. What is this? Niederauer Platz? Okay, so wait, I need to get into lane in just a second. There you go. This is a big roundabout, and we've got to take the third exit. So you've got the regular lines, I guess you could call them just local, I don't know. They're just in purple on the map, thin lines, and then you have metro buses, which are thick lines on the map, coloured. So for example, this is red, the N1 is red on the map, and the N1 is, well, all the metro buses are articulated buses. Oh god, I'm really not on the lane, am I? Articulated buses, so they have high capacities, and they're essentially, well, it really is like a metro, so it's a high throughput line, essentially. And you'll see that there's, well, for the moment we've not really had many dedicated lanes, we've just had one lane on the, just back there on the large street that we're on. But you'll see that soon what's going to happen is that we're going to get our own bus lanes that will go in between the highway, actually. Well, it's pretty, you'll see. But so, that's essentially what the metro bus is. It's a high speed, high throughput bus line. And I mean, I like to compare it to if you've ever been to Colombia, you'll know that there is the bus network there. Of course, there are regional buses, sorry, not regional, but there are city buses, and then you've got the Transmilenio, which is red buses, red articulated buses. Oh my god, that's very boring. That's very easy to do, actually, to run into the into the sidewalk like that. And then you've got these. Oh, this is an annoying bug. You just have to wait. They're basically fighting to get in. Just wait a bit. Alright, so a little cut there because I actually made a mistake in the routing, so.
Niederauer Platz.
Okay, well that's the wrong bus stop. It's the next one. There you go.
Freihand.
Yeah, so I actually kept right here because I got confused, but you don't need to see that. I know exactly where I'm going. So we can go straight here onto the motorway. Oh my god, I tell you what, it is super hot in my room right now, 31 degrees. I can open the window because otherwise I can get all the outside noise and it will be pretty annoying to listen to. There you go, Freihand. I should have just followed the signs, but oh well. So, just getting on the motorway, but then we're immediately going to get off. Now unfortunately I don't know what I was speaking about, so I lost about 30 seconds of audio, so I was probably halfway through saying something. But oh well. Ooh, there we go. See, I thought I knew where I was going, but apparently not. And something you'll notice actually what I saw is that we're now late. So let me just stop here. So, if I take a look at the timetable, we're supposed to be at Freihand at 7:11, and it's currently 7:13, and we're stuck at a red light. This is exactly what OMSI is like. Oh, and I was talking about how the AI is not always the best. That's what I mean. There you go. maybe a bit hot in here. Let's go. So yes, that does not look very realistic. Let's just ignore that. Left turn here. So that little green arrow there, it means that we can turn right on the red light. So we're turning right immediately just here. And the bus stop is there. Oh crap, I pressed space. The view system in OMSI is pretty interesting, actually. There we go. So, when you're in here, if you press C, it always brings you back to here. But if you press space, it will also reset all your other views. Oh god. Oh, another one giving us a €20 bill for this. That is your 56621. There you go. Okay. Oh, there you go. There's the +3. That means we're 3 minutes late. Passenger complains about too many coins. Well, it's not my fault you give me a €20 bill. 60 here. So here we are. This is a dedicated lane. And you'll see it's actually pretty interesting how it's organised. There you go. As you can see, there is the motorway on both sides. And we're on a dedicated lane in the middle. So this is really the essence of the metrobus. There you go. So actually, what I'll talk about quickly is the different maps for OMSI that, well, I have at least. So this is one of them. This is the Winsenburg 2015 once again. But then there's also the Winsenburg original, which I also have, which is essentially the same. It has some slight differences. This one is essentially an update of the old one, which is not surprising. Oh god. There you go. Then I have the Berlin X10 route, which is very good. It's one of the best routes from OMSI actually. Then of course I've got the default Berlin in the 1990s, sorry, or 1980s? Well, yeah, around the 1990s, 1980s. Fall of the Berlin Wall, that kind of period. Which uses actually quite a nice feature of OMSI, which is called, it's chrono events, I think that's what it's called. And essentially what it is that depending on the date that you select, the person that makes the map can select different elements that could appear. For example, well, it's used very effectively in the original map, which is Berlin at the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall, sorry. And so you drive your bus in West Berlin, and if you change your date just after the fall of the wall, well, the wall disappears in the game and you can drive to further destinations. So that's quite an interesting feature. There's another map I have which is called Bodenham, which is a fictional UK map. Even though, I mean, the vehicles still drive on the right, but it's the UK. You can tell with all the road signs and the markings and everything. And that also uses chrono events very well. Different schedules for every era, different AI. It's very interesting. Maybe I'll eventually do some routes on Bodenham. We'll see. But yes, I think it's, there you go, those are the features of OMSI 2 that really changed from OMSI 1. I never got OMSI 1 by the way, so I'm saying as if I knew what OMSI 1 was like. I really do. But, there you go. But so actually the developers of this game are actually making a new simulator. They want to make it more of a transport simulator rather than just a bus simulator. Because actually OMSI at the beginning, it was not supposed to be just a bus simulator. It was really supposed to be a public transport simulator because whenever you can go into the free camera mode, which is F4. Oh gosh. See, I think normally they would complain that they can't because their voices aren't working. They would swear and everything, but oh well. So yes, if you actually click on, for example, the metro that you'll have on the Berlin map, you'll have AI metro going around. Oh, we're just waiting for the back door. You'll have an AI metro going around. You can actually switch into it and drive it around. Of course, the route is not made for the metro, so it's a tiny stretch of track and everything. But it shows you the developer's intention, or the developer's original intention, which was to create a simulator for buses, trains, and whatever. But so, in making this new game, which is called Lotus Simulator, which is the new simulator they're making, which is available on early access on Steam, but it's not. I mean, there's not really many maps yet, and it's not finished, so that's why I'm not getting it yet. They want to redo they want to essentially faithfully create this transport simulator that they set out to create in the beginning, from the ground up. And it does look nice compared to OMSI, but there are still some problems that are quite worrying. Most notably the stuttering, which really completely breaks the immersion. You see here it's stuttering, for example. Yeah, well, I mean, in the new simulator you'd hope that this wouldn't happen. I mean, you'd expect that it wouldn't happen, because on one hand you've got games like Train Sim World and anything really that's running the Unreal Engine that can do relatively good performance and look very, very good. So, oh sorry, let me open that again. So it's a bit disappointing to have a game that looks, well, it looks better than this, Lotus Simulator, but it's similar in visual style. But it's a bit disappointing to have a game that has this kind of style and still does not perform very, very well. So this traffic light here actually, oh, I was about to say, it is a special light just for buses. There's a metro track actually, speaking of the devil. There it is. That's not the one I was talking about, but that is one. I think there are trains that run there. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, we're off the highway now. And we're gonna, this is really weird, this part of the map. Like, for some reason you have to get squeezed into this small zone. Oh god. Ooh. Alright. Okay, let me quickly reverse. So, we're over in a part of the map where there is the, there you go. Where there is an, what is it, exhibition center, I think? It's called the Europa Center, if I remember well. We'll see very soon. It's in about 2 or 3 stops. We're almost there. I'd reckon we're about, what, 7 minutes away from arriving? I could just look at the timetable, but that's my guess for the moment. There's the bus stop. Here we go. Yes. Oh, are you glitching again? You see this game, it's very hit and miss. Anyways, currently it's 7:20, we're at Suedbahnhof class, so we're 4 minutes late. Oh, Messenod, so it's not Europa Center at all. Anyways, we're supposed to arrive in 2 minutes, we're not going to make it, but... Oh god, let's go before that light goes red. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty stressful because it's very difficult to claw back delay when you make a mistake like I did where I went in the wrong direction. It's very difficult to make back that time.
Jochmannstraße.
Oh, it's giving me a warning message. What's that? I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Oh god, I don't know what that means. Oh well, I'm just gonna hope it's fine. We still have, the bus is still whole. We haven't lost the back, so I'm just gonna assume it's fine. Oh god. What is going on? Sometimes the bus can actually break. There you go. Okay. Okay. I know what that was then. So in this game. Sorry. Can we go? Oh, the engine is off? Oh, I think it was. Oh gosh, even more delay. You see what I mean? It's hard to catch up. Anyways, in this game there is actually maintenance simulated. So I remember I turned it on recently just because I wanted to see. So you can actually set how well buses are maintained. So you can put good maintenance, bad maintenance, blah blah blah. And the worse the maintenance, the more likely you are to have random faults like that.
Messe Nord, Haupteingang.
Okay. What you just said is Messe Nord main entrance. I'm going to assume we can come in here because that was the little bus symbol, the bus traffic light that was saying clear. Oh gosh. Now this, actually I cannot remember which side we've got to go on. I'm going to keep right. Yep, there are people there. Okay. Ah, we're so late. Oh, and at the end of the route we will receive, it pops up a little window and gives you an overview of how on time you are at every station. That's it, just 2 people, I don't mind. Oh, why? Oh yes, this is it. Again, this game. So what I've got to do is go around, because if I run them over it adds them onto my file. I mean, not that I really care, but... There you go. Yeah, if you hear these sounds, it's the so I have a G29, a Logitech G29, and whenever I hit the curb, it actually vibrates the wheel, and it makes quite a lot of noise.
Messe, Parken A.
Well, I don't think I've done a turn that well in a long time. I didn't hit the curb well on that turn. Anyways, let's hope that this traffic light is nice to us. Oh yes, the right turn just went green. Thank you. That's great for us. Alright. We're almost there. I say there's about 4 stops left. Not many. Why is everyone stopped there? What is that? Oh, okay. Waiting for the man to cross the street. There we go. It's not even timing. Oh, there you go. 4 minutes. It's not too bad. It's not ideal. But at least we're not later than that. Famous last word as it switches to 5 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Time. So, oh, actually I should have mentioned that before, how often I'm planning to upload. Oh no, we just missed that light.
Schleiermacherstraße.
So, what I'm hoping to try and do is maybe upload once a week. Of course, I have a bunch of stuff to do, but you know, maybe I could just try and film. Normally I play the games anyway, but might as well film and, you know, talk a bit. And I can try, it's not all the way. I can try and upload once a week. Might not happen, no guarantee, but we'll see. Right, this is how you lose time. Let's go. No, I don't want to say, I really, I mean, it's not that I wonder how do bus drivers keep the schedule, but just generally keeping to schedule is not an easy thing, so all the jobs where you have to keep to schedules very regularly, like public transport or whatever, if anything goes wrong, like your whole schedule just completely goes down the drain, so there you go. Another red light, that's great. Yeah, so right there you can see some train lines. Those are actually the ones that go to Suedbahnhof, so we're very close. You can see there's the catenaries. Catenaries?
Im Landwehr.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to say it. Good, thank you. The light is going. Oh, they go 5 minutes to there, I think I just saw. Oh gosh. There we go. Probably should take a picture. I'm going to need to put something on. There you go. Oh, the back door we're still waiting on. Come on. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Why is that? Did I press that? I didn't mean to. We're just getting later and later. This is really not great. Well, we're almost there. Yeah, it's the next stop. Okay. I tell you what though, like, I was saying that this game doesn't have graphics, right? It doesn't. But
Suedbahnhof. Diese Fahrt endet dort.
okay. I actually went to Berlin, and I actually went to the place where there was the bus route that I was talking about, the X10, which is one of the routes that I have on OMSI, and I actually went there in real life, and I was surprised because should we just stop just before? There you go. Like I was in Berlin. Oh, here's the pop-up I was talking about. See, too late, too late, too late. Yeah, this is when I messed up. There you go. We just got later and later and later. Oh well, that was not the best run, but it was okay. Anyway, so let me just finish what I was saying. And I actually went to Berlin. It felt almost familiar. It was really weird. Anyways, if ever you do play on the X10 and you go to Berlin, say what you think. But I think it was pretty... It definitely felt true to life. Anyways, so there you go. Fahrtende, which is end of journey. Okay, I think we're gonna end it there. That was a good video. How long was that? So, well, we left the depot at 6:20. We arrived at, so we left the depot about an hour ago. That's how long it took us to get into service. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like OMSI, you can like the video. If not, well, whatever. I'm gonna switch games all the time anyways. That's kind of the idea, just to play what I want to. Anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.